Hey guys, welcome. Welcome to the live. Today we're going to continue with our energy stocks like yesterday. Please make sure you follow on WhatsApp and also follow on this account. Hit the sub button. So yesterday we talked about like four companies and we spoke about their stocks. So today we're going to do the same. There are many other companies that we're going to talk about, like three of them. And we're just going to do like a little stock analysis, see how these stocks are performing, see whether um, they're suitable for you. If you're an investor or trader, maybe you should be looking into some of these, okay? So yes, we're just starting right now. I'm a bit under the weather. I don't know what's going on, but I hope I can I can do this, okay? So we're gonna look at Western Midstream Partners, Baker Hughes, Halliburton, Phillips. Those are the stocks that we're gonna talk about. So let's go. Now we also talked about this yesterday. If you guys if you guys remember, um, I did mention something about this on yesterday's live stream. Um, yeah, so yeah, that is good. That is good for you. So, energy sector or U.S. stock sector, uh, Donald Trump. We talked about this yesterday. I'm not gonna repeat it, but I did remember yesterday I talked about people who will benefit are gonna be NLG, Korea transportation companies. Okay, these are the major beneficiary, and maybe once Trump gets elected, he will come up with some pro policies for the energy sector or the energy industry. So we're yet to see, okay, because there's a big if here. If Trump gets elected, maybe the traditional oil and energy industry will receive certain degree of policy support. Never know, okay? There's a big if. So let's wait and see. Election is in when? November, right? And also Joe Biden stepping down kind of changes, maybe might change the outcome. Now we have Kamala Harris. So like that is what we're trying to talk about. So Trump is a big supporter. If you guys vote him, if he goes into, he becomes the president, then definitely he might show some support and advocate for changes in the energy sector or the oil sector. Okay, so I spoke about this yesterday. That's why I always say you should follow, give us a sub if you want to see yesterday's live stream. I do have the yesterday's live stream. Check out yesterday's live stream. Okay, now let's go. Let's move on to the next slide. Okay, so there we go. So what benefits does Trump election bring to the energy sector? So these are some of the benefits that this election might bring. So if Trump gets elected or he becomes the president, if he wins this upcoming election, so in terms of energy certification policies, Trump has always supported American energy independence and the fossil fuel industry. He's a big supporter of that. He's America Energy First policy may continue to drive domestic oil and gas production, okay, which directly benefits the fossil fuels business. In increased oil and gas production, the increased oil and gas production means more demand for midstream services, okay? Let's go. If this trend continues, the asset utilization rate of energy companies may significantly improve in terms of environmental regulations. Trump tends to relax them. This will stimulate upstream producers to increase production, reduce the company's compliance cost, and improve profit margins. Okay, so that is what we got. Those are some of the benefits that are going to come. Massive support for fossil fuels business. Okay, so that will mean increased oil and gas production. Okay, maybe a lot of more people are going to get employed and stuff like that. Let's just go again. Let's move on. So our first company we're going to be looking at is called Western Midstream Partners. Okay, so you got a bit of a graphic there. I'm a bit under the weather, guys. So the overview here, guys, is just that Western Midstream Partners is a midstream energy operator headquartered in Texas and primarily operating in the U.S. Company specializes in oil and gas storage and transportation as well. It focuses on processing, transporting natural gas liquids, which are the NGLs, and crude oil. The other thing with this company is that the co-operating assets are located in Delaware Basin and in the Denver Basin. So you can see here there's a bit of a performance report. So you can see that from the page that you see on there, guys. In the first quarter, Western Midstream Partners saw strong production activity and improved system operability. So that is one of the things that is a kudos to them. The other thing, so what did this do? This resulted in adjusted gross profit increase of around 26 million compared to the fourth quarter of 2023. According to forecast WES, that is how they are listed on the New York Stock Exchange. They expect growth in throughput and profitability. Okay, you can also see there's a bit of production there as well. Some production points there. So production growth, you can see there's been a massive leap in production growth. You can see that the graph, it's depicting some annual production growth in Delaware Basin, broken down by hydrocarbons for the gas, for the NGL, condensate, and crude oil, and total production from 2016 to 2017. Okay, so that's all that's there on this graphic. I'm not going to really say a lot. I've already summarized what's on there. So let's get going. So I'm gonna do like a stock breakdown here. This is their stock chart. This one, as you can see here, it's a monthly chart. Okay, so it's for the whole month, one of the months there. So you can looking at the stock price trend structure from the weekly chart. The strong price has gone through the periods in 2015, 2016, 2017, 2022. Okay. So you can see right here, guys. So that's just going to be summarizing here, honestly, stock price trend structure. So the analysis observes that here, the stock price trend from the weekly charts, noting significant periods of movement during 2015 and 2016 and 2017 to 2020, okay? MACD, after two declines, you can see that the stock price and the moving average divergence, which is the MACD indicator, have deviated from the bottom. And you're going to notice that on here, guys, as of early 2024, the MACD is around the zero axis, and this just indicates potential change in the momentum. Okay. And you can also realize that on here, the stock price has risen sharply during the period. Okay. So an entry point for you here, at the beginning of 2024, the stock's position is considered a good entry point, according to what you see right there, offering potential savings in money and time and cost. Okay, so you can also see the MACD there as well, and many other things that you can see on there. I'll break down most of this stuff further. Just give me a moment. So there you go, guys. So there you go. So a bit of history with that one there. You can see that one, right? So you can also see that in the beginning of 2024, we did say is a good entry point, and also early 2024, the price, you can see that the price rose up sharply, which is supported by positive technical indicators there as well. So here, honestly, you can also see that based on history, the stock has shown resilience and recovery after some past declines, and the key periods of declines and recovery are noted in the stock's historical performance as well. So that's just a brief breakdown of this one. Let's see on the next page where I will continue. Um, okay, let me move my face up there. So you can see it's a daily chart of this. So what can we get out of this daily chart? So you can see over here as well, there's been like some stop price movement, primarily on this page that you are watching right now. And you can see there's a green circle right there that we've put into the stock chart. And then the green circle indicates that buying point. And since then, the stock price has continued to fluctuate and rise. So we marked and told you, okay, you can buy the stock here. And from that point, you can clearly see that the stock price has not stopped fluctuating and rising in terms of gaining value. You can also see we've got some moving averages there. So if the stock price rises along the 5-day moving average, this only means that this simply means it can be bought between your $42 mark and your $44 mark in the short term interim. Okay, this is only for the short term. So if you want to buy in the short term, go for a price of $42 or $44, but definitely you must be observing the 5-day moving average. Okay, this will be your guide in terms of how you're going to monitor this stock. So also here, guys, if the price falls back to the 34-day moving average, it simply means that another opportunity to buy a portion. Okay. Okay. Also, we have some resistance levels there as well. So our resistance levels are simple. You can definitely identify our resistance levels at $44 and at $61. Okay. And also here, you're supposed to be careful. If you notice that the resistance line is broken, this definitely suggests considering taking profit and also selling your stocks. Okay. So you can see there's a lot of price movement, and you can see this page over here, it's highlighting so many significant changes that the stock has undergone, and potential entry and exit points that I've already talked about, like your resistance levels and your moving averages. I did talk about certain points there as well. Okay, so definitely this is something that you also need to be looking into and paying attention to. Okay, so definitely there you go, guys. I've already told you when to buy, what's safe as well, and many other breakdowns that I gave for you. So let's go to the next one. We have about like three of them. Okay, I have to so you can see, let me make my face smaller so that let me actually put it up top there. not to make it too small. Okay, let me put my face up there. So from the 30-minute chart, this is just for 30 minutes. You can see that from the 30-minute chart, it can be seen that currently the position is supported by the platform and also above the green diagonal support line. Without breaking the support line, investors can buy a portion of the position. Okay, so you can see this is a 30-minute chart analysis, just 30 minutes of trading there. So you can see the current position right there is the stock's current position is supported by that platform that you see there. And also over here, guys, the price is also above the green diagonal support line. And I just want to tell you about your buying opportunity on this one. As long as the stock remains above that support line that you see there, without breaking it, investors can consider buying a portion of the position, okay? So this definitely, guys, this 30-minute chart analysis, all it's doing for you if you're an investor, it indicates a potentially favorable moment for you guys, investors, to add to their positions, and as long as support levels hold, okay? So feel free to ask if you have any other questions about this one right here that you see right here there. Feel free to ask anything. So this is the first one. Let's go to the second one as well. Today I'm not taking a lot of time on this. I'm not really feeling well. So we got Baker Hughes. So that's just a brief company analysis, giving you a little breakdown about Baker Hughes. Anybody know about Baker Hughes? Please tell us. Okay, Baker Hughes, they are listed on the Nasdaq, and they are a U.S. oil service company. They will benefit from the growing demand for natural gas and hydrogen fuel. So that is their market: natural gas and hydrogen fuel. So in addition, also the company's got technology. Business grew strongly in the previous quarter, and the business order volume is expected to rise to 50%, okay, in the next fiscal year. And definitely in mid-June, the natural gas prices rebounded, which is a good sign for this company. It is worth mentioning also that with the growth of U.S. Liquefied natural gas exports in the coming months and LNG becoming Baker Hughes' main business sector, the company's revenue and profits in the next quarter may surprise investors, okay? So that is just a brief intro of these guys. Baker Hughes, okay, natural gas and also hydrogen fuels, okay? So you're just gonna try to get into the, give me a second. Now get into the stock analysis and see what the stock analysis has in store for us, okay? Make sure you follow, make sure you share, make sure you stay, don't go anywhere, okay? Make sure you ask questions. Okay, so you can see there. Let me move on to the excuse me guys, I'm a bit under the weather. The current monthly position of the stock has broken through the second platform, and there are signs of buying points appearing here. So definitely, so you can see that there is a platform breakthrough right there. You can see the current position and signals platform breakthrough. You can really see that the stock price has recently broken through that second platform, and this just simply indicates a significant upward trend. You also have some buying signals there as well. There are signs of buying points appearing, and also this suggests that the stock might be entering a new phase of growth, okay? So you can just see breaking through the second platform. What just means is just this is a strong bullish signal, And this one often indicates that the stock has overcome a significant resistance levels and may continue to rise. Okay. And on this chart, you can clearly see that there are some significant buying opportunities on this chart right here. So you can see that there is the appearance of a buying signal on the monthly chart. And this just suggests that it could be a favorable time if you are an investor to consider purchasing these shares. Okay. Also you got to look out for things like the volume and also your MACD. Okay, definitely. Also here, if you're an investor, you got to have your entry strategy, and your entry strategy got to be something like that. You should consider taking a position as the stock shows strong upward momentum. Okay, that would be a good time for you to enter and buy. And also, guys, you want to ensure that the stock price remains above the newly formed broken platform. And this can also be a good indicator of a bullish signal or a bullish trend. Okay, so this one definitely, guys, you can see that this page here definitely indicates a promising opportunity for most investors, and you can really see that the recent breakthrough of the second platform on the monthly chart and the emergence of buying signals suggest a potentially profitable entry point. Definitely you want to see some of that as well. Okay, so that is a good monthly perspective. Okay, so go check it out. If you're an investor, you need to actually use some of those points that I've just told you right now. Let's go as well. So you can also see that from a monthly perspective, this is a large scale triangular convergence pattern with the stock price currently at a relatively low position and supported by those platforms below. I'm just reading the page, okay? Don't get it twisted. Okay, so definitely there you go as well. Monthly chart. So you can see that here. You can see that there is a large scale triangular convergence pattern from here as well. So this pattern, what are the characteristics? This pattern is characterized by a series of high lows and lower highs converging towards a single point. Okay, and here you can actually see at that single point, at that current position, you can see that the stock price is currently at a relatively low position within this triangle that we are talking about. And also there are some support platforms below it, indicating strong support levels that have historically held up the price. Okay, also here what to consider, definitely also have to consider things like we also talked about triangular convergence already. So there is a period of consolidation there in the triangle where the stock is coiling up and before making a decisive move. The breakout from this pattern can be significant, leading to substantial price movement in either direction. Okay, so what can be an investment strategy here? Here investors should watch for a breakout from that triangular convergence pattern. So you're supposed to focus on the convergence pattern, monitor it, and look for a breakout. So a breakout above the upper trend line of the triangle could signal a strong bullish move, presenting a buying opportunity. Okay, it's presenting a buying opportunity. And also definitely here is also, you can also see there are two trends there as well. There are two trends in the later stage. One, okay, let me remove my face, it's blocking. Let me put it up here. So two trends in the later stage, right? There are two trends in the later stage of the breaks there through the resistance above the triangle and oscillates upwards. One way to encounter resistance and continue to fall back and oscillate, gradually approaching the vertex. So this is a sort of like a future scenario. So scenario one there, guys, there has been a breakthrough and upward oscillation. So breakthrough, you can see that here the stock price breaks through the upper resistance of the triangular convergence pattern. This would signal strong bullish tendencies and could lead to substantial upward price movement. Okay, and also you can see we've got some price oscillation there. So after breaking the resistance, the stock might oscillate upwards. And also the pattern of oscillation here often involves the price testing new highs and establishing higher support levels. Okay, and our scenario 2 definitely is going to be about encountering resistance. Okay, and there is a continuous fallback. So in scenario 2, you can see that the stop price encounters resistance at the upper boundary of the triangle and fails to break through. Okay, so this would lead to a pullback in the stop price and continued oscillation within the triangle. Okay, give me a second. So for your vertex there, the vertex in the PPT there, you can also see that for the vertex, the stop continues to oscillate, gradually narrowing the price range as it approaches that vertex of the triangle. So as the price here at the vertex, as the price approaches the vertex, the pattern becomes tighter, increasing potential for a significant breakout in either direction. Okay, so there is potential here to break out in either direction. So you also have to monitor there as well. You want to monitor your indicators and what action are you going to take. So look for increased volume. That's one of the indicators you can look for. Look for increased volume, bullish candlestick patterns, and strong momentum indicators. Okay, and here we could advise you to consider entering at a long position only upon confirming of the breakout and setting stop loss orders slightly below the previous resistance, which is now a support level. What about people will be asking, if you encounter resistance and continued oscillation, what are we supposed to do there? Okay, so here it's simple. You just got to look for signs of weakening momentum. This is what you got to look at, such as bearish candlestick patterns, declining volumes, and also momentum indicators showing some divergence. Okay, and here we would advise you, if you're focusing on resistance, we would advise you to avoid entering new positions until a clear direction is established. Okay, avoid entering new positions until a clear direction is established. So don't enter. Okay, wait for a clear direction to be established and then try to enter. Okay, if already holding a position, then definitely what you could do here, you should consider setting up a stop loss orders to manage potential downward risk. Okay, so let's go now. You can also do your volume analysis. Watch things like high volume on a breakout would confirm bullish scenario. Low volume or declining volume at resistance could indicate a potential pullback and continued oscillation. So that's all we have for you there. For your candlestick, guys, just want to see your bullish patterns. So candlestick patterns, look for patterns such as bullish engulfing, hammering. Bearish patterns, look for patterns such as bearish engulfing. So that is just definitely a summary of this page over here. So give it a thought. Make sure you follow, make sure you stay, make sure you support as well. Go check out our other videos, okay? Do not miss out on the content that we've created. This one is just like a learning platform, okay? This is a learning platform. Yeah, but we will talk about what I know, what I understand. So if you want to learn together with us, do not forget to give us a sub. Do not forget to text us on WhatsApp. Okay, just come in, chit chat with us. You can also use the chat box in there, and let's have some fun. Okay, it's just about having fun and educating you guys and creating some awareness out there, telling you, hey guys, there are energy stocks out there. Okay, go take a look at them. These are some of them that we've been monitoring, and this is how it's working out. So here is just a platform to educate yourself. Okay, um, so let's go ahead. Give me a second. So yes, so let's continue. Let's go. Daily chart. Take a look at the buying point. So here we just want to advise you or take a deep dive onto the buying point. Currently below point, each wave of stock price decline is constantly rising, and there have been multiple attempts to test the resistance level when stock price rises. The buying point can be considered when the stock price falls back to the platform or support right? Or support line, and the price is between $31 and $32. Okay, so definitely here we're just gonna give you like a little analysis here, so you can see there's some rising low points. You can see that each wave of the stock on this particular page, okay, each wave of stock price decline is marked by higher lows, indicating an upward trend. And what this means is just that this pattern suggests that the bulls are now gaining strength, and each dip is being bought uh, at progressively higher levels. So whenever there's a dip, people are buying at higher levels. Okay. So also here we can also what our resistance levels. Let's take a look about resistance level breakdown. The stock, you can see that the stock here has attempted to break through resistance levels on multiple occasions, multiple times, and so it's testing the resistance levels, guys. So those repeated tests of the resistance levels without significant pullbacks, right, suggest that the resistance may eventually at one point break. So there might be a breakthrough signaling some bullish behavior or some bullish breakouts. Okay. So your buying point, you can see your buying point, easy to see your buying point here. It can be at the platform or at the support line. Excuse me. The stock price falling back to the platform or at the support line represents a potential buying opportunity. So when you see the stock price falling to the platform or at the support line, this presents a buying opportunity for you. If you want to buy, definitely this is how you know where to buy. So some people might ask, what are platforms and what are support lines? These are just areas where stock has previously found support, indicating a high likelihood of buyers stepping in again. Okay, this is where a lot of buyers have bought. So when you talk about support, basically say a point where a lot of buyers have come to support and buy at that. So definitely those are the ones that you should kind of consider. It also give you an optimal buying range there. The ideal buying range for this one, guys, so also give you a potential buying range. Okay, the stock price is between 31 and $32, so that is easy peasy. This range is identified as a support zone, and it's based on historical price movements of the stock and previous support levels. Support levels, this is where a lot of people are buying, a lot of investors are coming in and buying, so there's strong support there. You want to look at your volume, monitor your volume at the support levels. Also monitor your moving averages and your candlestick. Moving averages, you just kind of want to ensure that your stock price is above key moving averages like your 50-day and 100-day. as this can act as a dynamic support levels. Okay, so as well, you also need to what? So we already told you what is your entry point. Your entry point, if you're gonna buy, consider entering at position when the stock price falls back to $31 and $32. Okay, you could do further research. Just confirm entry with a bullish candlestick pattern and increase volume at the support level as well. So there you go, guys. This is just a little breakdown that we gave for you there for this for this stock. Follow for more information. Okay, so we're now going to Halliburton. Halliburton, you know Halliburton, the basketball player, Tyrese. Okay, this is another energy company whose stocks we've been kind of intrigued by. So they're called Halliburton. So if Trump wins the U.S. presidential election, small market energy company Halliburton may benefit as the Trump administration will push for interest rate cuts. So this is one thing that the Trump administration wants to do. They want to push for interest rate cuts and relaxation of industry regulations to help the company quickly increase things like capital expenditure. You can see that Halliburton is also the most favored energy stock by a lot of analysts on this list of these that we're talking about, with 8 analysts strongly recommending buy ratings and an amplified upward potential of 44% for the stock price. Okay, so Halliburton is getting a lot of love, a lot of support from analysts. You can see 8 analysts are strongly recommending buying, upward potential of 44% for the stock price. Okay, so definitely there you go. That is Halliburton as well. So let's just kind of like check out the next slide and do a bit of like further analysis for this one. So yeah, give me just a second there. So there you go. So you can see that this is the monthly chart. Okay, stock price fell significantly from $70. Oh my God. Okay, so there's been a significant decline here. The stock price fell from around $70, and this was at the end of 2014 to a low of $4. That is a massive decline to a low of $4 at the end of 2019. Okay, and you can also see that this decline is followed by a period of consolidation and also oscillation. Okay, there's been a rebound here as well and consolidation, and you can notice that in 2019, after hitting that low price of $4, the stock did rebound and has been rising since 2020. Okay, which is kind of funny because 2020 we had the pandemic. Okay, energy. A lot of people were indoors and using energy, obviously. So currently, the stock is in a phase of consolidation. Okay, it's still trying to consolidate, oscillating around key levels. So your key levels, the first key level here is at you find that key levels, you get resistance at $38. That's the first key levels. So the $38 level has acted as a significant resistance for this stock. You can see here that the stock on this page has touched this level on a number of occasions, on multiple times, but for some weird reason, it has not been able to break through from the $38 resistance and stabilize above it or go above it. Okay, so that's just that's the resistance it has over there. So you can also see that we have where do we want it to consolidate, or where can it consolidate? Okay, the stock is oscillating obviously within a range indicating a consolidation phase. This phase is typically characterized by the stock moving sideways with neither bulls nor bears taking clear control. So it's hard, it's difficult to really determine because it's going sideways. It's not bullish, it's not bearish. Okay, it's just doing anyhow. Okay, so definitely here you might want to consider the following. Okay, so you have to wait for it to be like a clarity in terms of the direction. Okay, wait, so you gotta wait for direction. Okay, so you can really see that there's been a repeated failure to break or go above $38. So definitely it is prudent and it is worthwhile to wait for the stock to clearly choose a direction. Okay, so wait until the stock chooses a direction, whether it's going to be bearish or bullish. Okay, and then from there you can come up with your own strategy. This also means that waiting for a decisive breakout above $38 maybe, or a breakdown below the current support levels. Okay, excuse me. You also want to look out at your entry and exit points here. Definitely breakout scenario is one of those as well. If the stock price breaks above $38 with strong volumes, which means a lot of people buying at $38 and holds above this level, it could signal a new bullish trend as well. So once this happens, consider entering, consider starting to buy there, okay? With a stop loss slightly below the breakout level to manage risk, okay? So that is the breakout scenario. And we also have another scenario, which would be a breakdown, okay? So at the breakdown scenario, it simply means that if the stock fails to break or go above the $38 mark and starts to decline, definitely here, guys, what you want to do is wait for it to find another support level at a lower level, okay? Wait for it to find where it will stabilize, okay? Wait for it to go somewhere where it will stabilize and monitor it and see, oh, okay, it's stabilized here at a lower level. This can be a potential entry point as well. Could be near strong historical support levels, converted by volume and bullish reversal patterns, okay? So obviously you want to watch here with this stock, you're trying to watch your volume, your moving averages, your 50 and 100, your MACD, your RSI also. You got to go and watch that as well. So you can really see that here, Halliburton faced significant resistance at that $38 level on the monthly chart. So given this historical context and decline and current consolidation phase, it is wise to wait for the stock to clearly choose a direction before making a decision to buy. A breakout above $38 with strong volume support, once it establishes a consolidation, would signal a strong bullish move, whereas failure to break above $38 and a significant decline would suggest waiting for lower support levels. Okay, so that's definitely what this basically is just saying for you. So take your time, do not rush or anything like that. So at $38, if it goes above, it breaks out and it consolidates above, you can enter and buy there. If it declines, wait for it until it it gets at a new support level. Okay, make sure that you follow, make sure that you follow, make sure that you share, make sure that you also share. Okay, make sure you follow, make sure you share. Okay, make sure that you also give us a thumbs up. Are you liking the breakdowns? So we've got two things happening here on the monthly chart. Stock price fell significantly. I think we've already, I'm supposed to move to the next slide, right? So daily chart, right? Okay, let me just make myself comfortable here. Okay, daily chart analysis, let's go. So on your daily chart, $48 is the bottom of the front platform, okay? Bottom of the front platform is $38. So let's talk about that further detail. So you can see right there, So yeah, so you can see right here that $48 here has proven to be a significant support level on this daily chart, with multiple failed attempts obviously to break above it or go beyond it. So you can see that so $48 becomes our support level. So $48 here is acting as a strong support level or a bottom for the asset, indicating that buyers here are stepping in at this price. Your resistance, the fact that there have been three failed attempts, you can see three failed attempts to try to break above that $48 by the stock. Attempts to break through this level suggest it also acts as a major resistance level. Okay, so $48 becomes the support level, it also becomes the resistance level as well. This resistance might be indicative of strong selling pressure, right, at this price point. So there's a lot of pressure on this price point at $48 to sell at $48, okay? You can also notice that there's been a decline. The decline is in the price appears to be kind of weakening, which could probably suggest that the selling pressure is decreasing. So you can see decline in price is weakening. So maybe there's not longer a lot of selling pressure at that point. This might be a sign of a potential reversal, or in the near future, you might see this price eventually stabilizing, right? And you can also see that the low points here are also in a moment of surging there. So you can see the bottom there at the bottom low points are rising along a diagonal line, which could indicate an uptrend or a potential pattern of some scoring some higher lows here. And this guy is just definitely could suggest that the asset is in a consolidation phase of setting up for a breakout. So it might be consolidating so that it gets stronger and it breaks out and establishes another platform, okay, or a new high, okay? So you can see there, guys, as well. So you can see some implications here, guys. If the asset, if it breaks over $48 resistance level with strong volume, there's a lot of people buying at $48 there, it could signal a bullish trend and a potential upside as well. So, but then if the asset fails to break, or the price fails to break above $48 and begins to decline again, especially when it starts declining, if it breaks below that rising diagonal support line, it could indicate a continuation of a downtrend or maybe some bearish reversal, okay? So where is this? The price will consolidate. So it might be consolidating in a consolidating phase, okay? So right now the price, the stock might be in a consolidating phase, and monitoring the price, keep monitoring the price around that $48 and rising diagonal line will be crucial for identifying the next potential move, okay? So that is really there as well. So you can also see that currently the stock price is below the resistance level. You can see that. So yeah, so the stock is below the resistance line with some breaks, and this basically suggests that it hasn't fully established a strong upward trend. So your buying range, your price range is between $36 and $38. So you're looking for the stock to break through and stabilize in this price range, that $38 and $36. If the stock can establish itself in this support area, then definitely it could be a more favorable buying point, okay? So there you go, guys. Some a lot minor considerations you could also consider here could be okay, some considerations that you need to do here is just to confirm breakthrough. That's all you got to do, confirm breakthrough. So look for confirmation that the stock can consistently trade above that $36, $38 range with a strong closing price as well, and increased volume to confirm that the support here is solidifying, right? And also just try to monitor your market conditions and your technical indicators. You do that and then you're good, okay? So let's go. That was just Halliburton, what you guys might want to do with this energy stock, but definitely I gave you some pointers on how you might maneuver this stock. So let's go to the next one. We have another one. We've got three stocks for you. Let's get it and go. Now let's go next. So Phillips 66 is one of the largest and most diversified independent refineries in the United States. While its business focus is shifting towards midstream and chemical industries with higher performance, certainty. Okay, the acquisition of DCP Midstream is expected to generate more EBITDA for the company, while the high profit margin petrochemical joint venture will provide sustainable cash flow. In addition, the current PE ratio, okay, this is the current price to earnings ratio of the stock, is only 10.2x, okay, with a dividend yield of 3.5%. Okay, so this is Phillips. This is just a breakdown of what they're into. Okay. So we've got some interesting statistics there. Some people might ask, what is EBITDA? Okay. So you can see Phillips, they are in the right space right now. Seems like they are positioning themselves with strategic shift towards midstream and chemical industries. You can see that they have a diversified operational portfolio, diversification into midstream and chemical. And also here, guys, you can see that the acquisition of DCP Mainstream. So this is good. It can enhance their EBITDA, indicating a potential increase in overall profitability for them and cash flow as well. Okay, you can also see that they did do a petrochemical joint venture. This might bring in high profit margins, which can provide consistent cash flows, reinforcing the company's financial stability. And you can see that the price to earnings ratio is 10.2x. Just suggests that the stock might be undervalued in a sense, and also compared to its peers, potentially offering an attractive entry point. So this is like a undervalued compared to its peers in the same sphere, but definitely it could be a good stock if you're a value investor, right? And also, guys, they have a 3% dividend yield, which is relatively kind of high, providing a steady income stream to investors, which is particularly appealing in a low interest rate environment. Okay, so they have a lot of growth potential there. You can also try to check out the market conditions by yourself, and also you can see that financial health is you can also check out their financial health by yourselves as well. So let's go to the sorry guys, I'm a bit under the weather. Okay, let's take it up there. From the overall, there you go, guys, overall graphic structure, there you can see some support levels, some platforms that have formed there at 102 and 111. Just below that, there is like two platforms there. So you're just going to be talking about that in a moment. So you can see from the overall graphical structure, the stock price shows fluctuating upward trend. Okay, so you can see that we have a fluctuating upward trend right there. The stock has been showing a general upward trend recently, although you can also see that there is a short-term decline, just a short-term decline. But generally, guys, this just indicates that the long-term outlook might still be positive despite recent volatility. So you got to be positive about it. You can also see that the platform's high point is at 123, which is in this case is the support, right? Support at from $123. The previous platform's high point of $123 could act as a significant support level. So if this stock price approaches this level, it's crucial for you guys, for all everybody, to observe how it reacts. Okay. So you can also see that if the stock, guys, so here, guys, if the stock finds support at or near $123 and bounces back, this just means the strength of this support level. It confirms the strength of the support and indicates also a potential for the stock to resume its upward trend. Okay. But here, if the stock breaks down below $123 and fails to recover, it definitely could signal a weakening trend and possible further decline. Okay. So you definitely need to watch how the stock behaves as it approaches that $123. To see how it behaves as it approaches that high mark. A strong bounce or consolidation happening around this level could be a positive sign. Okay. And also you got to check out for changes as well in trading volume and use technical indicators to confirm the strength of support. Okay. So there we go as well. So in recent times, the decline in stock prices is considered a normal adjustment for this stock. Okay. Normal adjustment, and has been a clear bottom divergence. You can see that there is at the bottom, there is a bottom divergence there. Currently, we are concerned about whether the stock price can stand above the 170-day moving average. Okay, this is what we are currently concerned with. Give me a second. So let's see some technical factors here. You can see that there is like the normal adjustment. So the recent decline in stock prices being viewed as a normal adjustment suggests that the price movement might be part of a larger trend, and it doesn't mean that it's indicative of any problem. Okay, it's just part of a trend. And also bottom divergence. You see there is a clear bottom divergence there. It just indicates that while the stock price is making lower lows, an indicator like your RSI and your MACD is marking high lows. Okay, which also here could be a sign of potential reversal or strengthening momentum. Okay, like we also did say that you are concerned whether the stock price can stand above the 170-day moving average. So at the 170-day moving average, the stock's ability to stay above the 170-day moving average is really crucial and critical for this stock. So here at the 170-day moving average, it serves as your long-term support or resistance level. So maintaining this level can be a positive sign. Okay, if it maintains that one, then that is good. Okay. So definitely also so if your MACD here, the MACD crosses the 0 line or the line 0, it generally just indicating that change in the trend direction. Okay, a cross above the 0 line, it often suggests some bullish momentum or bullish behavior. Okay, and also a decline to the 0 line after a bullish MACD cross could indicate a temporary consolidation or correction. So here, if the stock price can hold above the 170-day moving average during this period, it could set up for a stronger rise once MACD starts turning upwards again. So let me give you some pointers. Like, you should actually always monitor your 170-day moving average. Okay, you could try to monitor that. So watch for the stock's ability here to maintain above this 170-day moving average that you see there. If it stays above it, it could be a signal that the long-term trend will remain intact. You also want to look at your MACD. So always focus or try to monitor or keep an eye on your MACD movements and the zero line. Okay, look for confirmation that your MACD is turning upwards after a decline, which could support a bullish scenario as well. Check trading volume and the likes. And these are some of the stocks that we've talking about. You can also go check them out: SoundHound, Rivian Automotive, Bilibili, Reddit, Tesla, Adobe, Apple. You can also go check out Adobe, Nvidia, Essential, Microalgo Inc., Insmed Corporation, Arista Networks, Silvercorp Metals, New Gold, Faraday Future Intelligent Electric, and GameStop. And also check out our other videos. Okay, go check out our other videos. And please scan. Make sure that you follow us here. Make sure that you follow. Okay. So there you go. These ones are the ones. Sorry, guys. Go also check out these companies as well. Okay. Nothing to worry about there. So just scan, follow us, join us on WhatsApp, follow here, follow on Facebook, guys. We'll see you in the next live broadcast. See you guys. Take care.